Yeah.
All right. We'll now call the CRA Board regular meeting to order. Please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. The invocation given by Deputy Chair Jim Bernard.
Father, thank you for your love. Thank you for the opportunity for all of us to be together. Thank everybody in this room. That's all the things I find in the country and all of our first responders and all the people who are here and so on. We ask you to be with all of our families that go through about this holiday season. I know that it's going to be busy, and I all pray that we do this for Jesus and our hearts and do it.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated. Madam Clerk, if you'll please call the roll.
Yes, sir. Member McGuire.
Here.
Member McCure.
Here.
Member
Here.
Vice Chair Bernard.
Here.
Chair Anderson.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. All right. First will be the consent agenda. This will be for items 4 through 12. Does anybody have any of those items they want to remove?
I actually do. I'd like to take off 4,
Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, we'll just go through them one at a time then. Starting at 4, minutes of the September 23rd, 2024.
There was just one correction on there on page 2. It says member Mercure made the motion, but she was absent at that meeting, so it was actually McGuire.
Okay, any other changes?
That was mine.
That was it. Okay. If there's no other changes, we'll be looking for a motion.
A motion to approve the minutes from September 23rd, B4,
With the stated changes.
with the stated changes.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Last call for questions. Seeing none, please call the roll.
Member McGuire.
Yes.
Member McCure.
Yes.
Member Taylor.
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard.
Yes.
Chair Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item number 5, we have a facade grant application, Miss Dana 70 at 998 West Main Street. We have any specific questions for staff or for the applicant? She is here. Okay, with no questions?
I have one question. What color are we gonna paint?
Okay.
What color?
Well, for the record, it was Green Villa, Greek Villa.
Okay, I know exactly what that looks like. Thank you.
All right. And for the rest of the meeting, we'll refrain from making comments from the audience. Okay. If there's no questions, please call or we'll need a motion.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve B5 for the facade grant for Dana 70.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
I didn't get to say the amount. In the amount of
35.
3,900.
35.
3,500.
Okay.
Alan Merrill painting.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a motion for 3,500. Do you still wish to second it, Jim?
Yes, sir.
All right. We have a motion and a second. We have any questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Member McGuire.
Yes.
Member McCure.
Yes.
Member Taylor. Vice Chair Bernard.
Yes.
Chair Anderson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item number 6, this is a facade grant application for 325 Joe Hilton Street, Southside CRA. Do we have any questions about this?
So the reason that I asked for this one to be taken off was because there's an acquire permit charge on there for $125.
Okay.
Which I don't really have a problem with the amount, other than I called the county today and got a fee schedule. And in order for them to replace 5 windows, it'll be $84. Then there's a $4 state sub fee, a $10 certificate of completion, a $15 plan review, which equals $113. So it's 125, give or take. I don't have the problem with that. But then when we go to the other B7
Mm-hmm.
and B8 and B10, there's acquired building permit, but on B7, there's one for $250 for the permit, which is exactly the same amount of windows, same amount of price. B8, 6 windows, $105 for the permit, which is then it's low. So I'm not too sure what if that's an accurate amount on that or not.
I don't think it really make a difference if it was or it wasn't, because they have the ability to charge whatever they wish for that.
Okay,
I think
so
the
then,
bid as a whole is probably more important.
well, isn't the whole bid the amount that the city will pay?
Yeah, so like on those two, there's only 2 applicants. You got one for 4,875 and you got one for 6,055. So which one's less? Well, the answer is Quest Construction. So how exactly they choose to allocate the different pricing within that bid, I mean, it still is the low bid.
Okay, and that's fine. Then if we want to go that way, then I think from here on out, when there's construction estimates requiring a permit, I feel like they need to be broken down on the estimate by cost. I'd like to see how much they're putting forth into the bids, the permits, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Shall I have a question? When you call the building permit, did they say that they're charging by the size of windows?
No,
or
they
the
charge
amount?
by the amount of the bid, which I have the fee schedule right here and I can give it to you guys if you need it.
Mhm.
It goes by the amount of the bid. It's between $4,000 and $5,000.
Mhm.
The base amount is $84.
Mhm.
And then you have the $4, the $10, the 15 for all their extra fees, which
Mhm.
comes up to $113.
Mhm. So let me make sure I'm understanding you right. And you said the county fees is 100 and what?
113
113, and he's charging 125?
on that one.
Correct.
Okay, and so you're saying that whatever the county is charging, that's what he should be charging?
No, what I'm asking, is that how that should operate? I mean, should we be paying him extra? And like I said, I'm not really too concerned with that one that's 125 or the one that's 105, but I'm kind of concerned with the one that's for $250. So from 113 to $250, we're gonna pay for him to get a permit,
So which one is $250?
the B7.
B7. Okay. Is the
And
contract?
I'm willing to maybe table this one until we find out if it's maybe an error,
Uh-huh.
if maybe that wasn't accurate.
Here's the only problem I have. I kind of agree with the mayor on this one, and I'm gonna tell you why. I see where you're going. This particular contractor, because I am involved in these particular properties, he's giving these homeowners a break. That is something he's doing to help the city. He's come before this board before, and he's told us that. And I don't know if anybody noticing, but his bids tend to be lower than most contractors bid.
Right.
And that's
like I
because
said,
he's helping the city. So I feel as though if he's gonna lower his bid to be able to help the city and the residents, I don't think $100 here should make that much of a difference. That's my opinion.
okay, and that's fine. And I just brought it up because I just kind of wanted to feel what the other council members thought about that.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a thought about it too, because I want to know, why is the bids for 5 windows the same amount for the 6 windows?
It could be the size of the windows, type of the windows.
It is the size of the windows. It is the type of windows they want. Like some of the windows, he couldn't order no special order windows. Because he said if he ordered any special order, the price is just gonna go up.
Right.
And he was trying to do as many windows as he could. Of course, some of them think they can get 7 and 12 windows done. But he'll tell them, listen, I can get 4 or 5, and I'm squeezing in that. Being able to give you something that you want and be able to put a little bit in my pocket. So the windows are, most of the windows are different sizes. And some of them has to be special order, but he chose not to. So instead of putting one big window there, because it requires a special order, he asked the homeowner, can I put 2? And you still have your big window, but I can put 2 there. And that way we don't have to special order anything. So the different prices has to do with the different sizes. and
Okay,
what
and-
type of window they're looking for.
And that's fine, but he did put that on his bid. That they were 70s. The bid with the 6 windows was the 70 series vinyl from Lowe's. He got 2 of them. Well, he listed them both as the 70 series vinyl. The other ones were the same thing, 70 series windows. So if
It's
they
still
were
determined
different,
the size. There's standard sizes, like Bernice is saying, and then there's on any of these homes that were built a really long time ago, you can't get those sizes anymore. So the price per window goes up. So the only thing we could do if you wanted to see that is you would have to have him break it down into the individual sizes that he's ordering so we could see how much was being allocated to each size window.
and just so everybody knows, I'm not attacking or I'm not.
I get it.
I
get it,
just
Shelley.
want
I
to
get it.
understand this myself.
I get it. I understand. I understand.
And if you want a certain amount allowable for the permit fee, if it's going to be up to $125, I mean, we can that's probably something we could let the contractors know. For construction between 4,000 and 5,000, please allocate only $125 for a permit fee.
Yeah. If they want to charge $250, then they're gonna put it in somewhere else. You're not accomplishing anything. They're gonna put down what they want to charge because it's what they feel like they need to charge for the job. So you're just going to push it off into a different category, I promise.
Okay, so if somebody came and gave you a bid on your house and you disputed that amount, it wouldn't bother you if they put it somewhere else?
No, if you go out and you get several bids and they're the lowest bidder, that's
Right.
what it is. That's our job, is to pick the lowest bidder. So
If they're the lowest bidder and they choose to charge less for the labor versus for the permit, you're still paying a less amount of money.
Right.
For the job as a whole.
at the end of the day, we want the CRA dollars to stretch as far as they possibly can. And that's why we picked the lowest bidder. So there you go.
I agree, but I think it was a very good question.
All righty. Any other questions on number 6? Seeing none, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve B6 facade grant for Audrey Benjamin and the amount of, is it $4,950?
Yes.
$4,150.
Is there a
Second.
second? All right, we have a second. Last call for questions. Seeing none, please call the roll.
Member McGuire,
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes,
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Item number 7, we have we have another facade grant for the Southside CRA, 508 West Hood Street.
So hold on, Garrett. Number 6, the amount was supposed to be $4,175.
75.
Yeah, $4,175.
Yes, you're right. Change that.
Okay. Is that your motion?
Yes.
Yes.
Care to make a second? Okay. Is that all right, Jerry?
You already have a motion that's been approved, so you have to have a motion to amend the previous motion.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve what did you say?
Motion to amend
Motion to amend my previous motion
for the amount of,
for the amount of $4,875.
And I'll second again.
okay. Any questions on the amendment? Seeing none, please call a roll.
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes,
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
I'll need a vote for the original motion.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any questions for the original motion? Seeing none, please call a roll.
Member McGuire,
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
yes,
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Item number 7, 508 West Hood Street. Any questions? We have 2 bids. Lowest one is Quest Construction again for $4,950. If there are no questions, do we have a motion?
make a motion, we approve the estimate from Quest for 49.50, please.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second it.
We have a second. Last call for questions. Seeing none, please call a roll.
Member McGuire,
Yes.
Member McCure,
No.
Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes,
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Item number 8, to be 508 West Lacey Street. Do we have any questions on this facade grant?
I don't.
No.
Okay. Does anyone care to make a motion?
I'll make a motion. We approve B8 in the amount of $4,995 Quest Construction.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Last call for questions. Seeing none, please call a roll.
Member McGuire,
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes.
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Item number 9 is to be facade grant application for 1202 Odessa Avenue. Be looking for questions.
I have a question on this one. One of the pictures that I looked at. Well, not the first one, second. The third picture where it has the corner of the air conditioner, it kind of looks like some of the wood in there is rotten. Are they gonna replace the wood? I didn't see anything in the estimates about it, just pressure wash, and then if the pressure washer touches that wood like the picture looks, they won't have any wood.
Um, can you tell me if the
Is it a
third,
page or-
it's really not rot, that's mildew.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure it wasn't rotten wood, because
Yes, ma'am.
didn't see it in there as being replaced.
No, if I run across anything that's rotted, I tell them we're not gonna paint over rot. So, no, that's just mildew.
Okay. I'm good then.
Okay, anyone have any other questions for item number 9? Seeing none, do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve Quest in the amount of $49.50.
Yes. Do we have a second?
I second it.
We have a motion and a second. Last call for questions. Seeing none, please call the roll.
Member McGuire,
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes.
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. Item number 10, facade grant application for 304 Ben Hick Street. Be looking for looking for questions.
Okay, this one I kind of actually have a question on also. On the end of the estimate, it asks for purchased fill dirt and grade left side on home next to front porch only. So what
Pretty
is-
much there's I guess, a hole that's underneath the
Mhm.
concrete, and they want it filled in where the concrete set up, and then you can see a hole there. They just pretty much want it filled in.
So for $350, they're wanting fill dirt and grading equipment. Are they gonna grade the equipment, use the equipment, the grading equipment with it?
Now,
Are
that's
they
a-
gonna just get the dirt and shove it up underneath there?
Now, that's a good question. He said that some of it probably needs to be mixed with concrete.
Because I called to get the price on some fill dirt today, and that amount would get us 8.25 yards, which is a lot of dirt. Especially since it's $39 a cubic yard that would fill up a box of 3 by 3 by 3.
I'm sure it's mostly labor.
Okay, so is that in our facade where we would do that kind of a fill?
Jerry, any idea if we can expense that?
Well, if it's something that's visible from the street, and touch it, and it's the somewhat the definition of facade. It's,
No, good morning, Sarasota.
Yes, I guess, example, if there's a gaping hole that you can see from the street, right? Or something, or some part of the house that makes it appear like it's slum and blight, could they fill that and grade next to it to make it look even?
I think they could, yeah.
Ms. Taylor, do you know that if you can see that from the street?
Or you can see it from A Street, from the side of the street, not in front of the house, but on the side.
Yeah,
This is a house that you can see from all 4 sides.
Yeah, we went over that a couple of years ago. Even if it's a side street, or even if they can see through from another street,
Yeah.
it's where there's another house in front.
Yeah.
Well, we decided you decided at that point that, you'll go ahead and cover that.
Yeah. It is something you can see from the side.
Any other questions?
I would like to make a statement, Mayor.
Okay.
Shelley, I would be more careful next time. and certain things that you gotta understand, I don't get to see the bid. I really don't until you guys see it. That's when I see it. So I don't participate in that. I just let him know that if I'm gonna bring him on the scene, he's gonna do the best he can for the residents of Avon Park. And I
Right.
need him to give us a deal.
Right.
Okay?
And I get that. Like I said, these are basically just questions that I wanted answered, so I would know. But, and I'd be willing to approve this myself without the fill dirt, because like I said, that's a lot of dirt.
Okay, well, let me say this. If we're willing to do it without the dirt, then I agree with that. I mean, if we can get a bag of dirt and fill it up, then let's fill it up and we don't have to prove, we can do the minus what, the 350, we can minus that. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just want to move forward with these houses because we've been dealing with them since May, June.
Sure, right.
And I was trying to get them done by Christmas. I know we're gonna be pushing it, but
You did a great job. Well, then in that case, can I go ahead and make a motion then for B10 to approve the amount minus the $350?
Yes.
That's your motion. We have a second.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any more questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Member McGuire,
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Member Taylor,
yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes.
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Item number 11, this will be for 814 South Cherokee Avenue. You're looking for questions? Got two bids. Low bidder is Quest again, $4,875. If there's no questions, we'll be looking for a motion.
Make a motion to approve Quest bid in amount of $48.75.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Last call for questions. Seeing none, please call the roll.
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes.
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
All right, item number 12, be a facade grant application for 201 Purcell Street. Be looking for questions. Seeing none, we have two bids. Low bid is $4,950. Anyone care to make that motion?
I make a motion to approve B12 for $4,950.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I don't think that's the price. Is it?
$4,950.
Second.
Sorry, I was on the wrong.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes.
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. Item number 13, we have facade grant application for 13A Miracle Avenue. All right, so this is under the action agenda. Staff, do you have anything to add to this?
Yes, sir. This one's a little bit different than what we typically do, just given the amount of time the application is. We accepted the one quote from Will Lumber for the windows for 44,000.
I don't think your microphone is working there.
It's not.
Okay.
It's kind of cutting in.
Did they agree to pay the difference?
They did.
And then yes.
So are these units individually owned? then?
Correct.
They are. So that's why it's not the max of the 2,000 because they're
Mhm. That
individually
is
owned.
correct.
Any other questions about this?
Well, who's, okay. Who's
No, make-
catching the permit on this one? They are, or the builder is, or we don't know.
I know you had that question earlier and I said that I would follow up with them. I mean, if you want to table it and
No,
extend
it's
it, we
fine.
can
It's
do
just
that.
No, it's fine. It's been going on long enough.
Okay, so we're looking for a motion
I'll go
to,
ahead and make the motion to approve.
Mayor, I have a question. That's a good question that Shirley had. So do we not find out who's gonna be responsible to pay? Is it the builder or is it the homeowner? Is that something that we not find out, or do we should we know that?
I can answer that. So it is something that we're supposed to know. I inherited this application. I wasn't involved with it from start to finish. I saw that they were willing to honor the price and I jumped on it. So, I mean, I'd be happy to call them, find out about the permit. I mean, it's up to your purview.
Have we had one like this before?
We've had many from that address before and the homeowner always paid the difference.
She's talking about the permit, Jim.
Oh, sorry.
But you can always make the motion subject to receipt of the permit if that's the way, or,
Because we're only paying a maximum of 5,000. So anything above that,
Right.
whatever the permit is, they would be responsible for it.
Right. Yeah, I think Jerry has a good idea there. Make it subject to the receiving of the permit. Does anyone care to make that motion?
it's receiving the permit as part of the price. Is that?
I'll make that motion with the maximum 5,000.
Okay, with those changes.
Yes, sir.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other questions?
Yes, who made the second? I didn't.
I did.
Jim and Shelley. All right. Any other questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Member McGuire,
Yes.
Member McCure,
Yes.
Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes,
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
All right. Item number 14 is be resolution number 2024-22.
A resolution of the Community Redevelopment Agency Board of Avon Park, Florida, providing for modifications to the policy for commercial facade grants, providing for conflicts, providing for an effective date.
Okay, does anyone care to give us an overview of this?
Yes, so the application, the red line version that we accompanied the packet is just reflective of the discussion concerning commercial facade grants and the maximum that was set to not exceed $20,000. There's also some minor grammatical changes for formatting. So nothing, the major changes regarding the commercial facade grants.
Do we have any questions about this?
Yeah, based on the minutes, we had agreed to 2,000 per storefront with a maximum of 20.
Correct.
It still says 5,000.
Does it?
Yes.
We'll correct that.
Any other questions or changes?
no, sir.
Seeing none, do we have a motion to approve resolution number 2024-22
With that change,
with that change?
With that change, so move.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Last call for questions. Seeing none, please call the roll.
Member McGuire,
Yes.
Member McCure,
No.
Member Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chair Bernard,
Yes,
Chair Anderson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. Is there anything else for the good of the CRA?
No, sir.
Seeing none, that concludes our agenda. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
motion to adjourn, please.
Seeing no opposition, we are adjourned.